Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on the video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. Or I'm my alter ego, Miss Vanity Scarlet. If you couldn't guess, I have a gig later on tonight, and I'm doing an Ursula number. So this is Ursula-inspired look. This is not what I'm wearing for the actual gig, mainly because it is summer in the middle of Florida, and I do not feel like sitting in my own house in a full floor-length gown. So y'all are just going to get this casual Ursula for right now. But we are diving into a reaction, and we're diving back into the world of the Untamed. We're diving into episode 13. And you guys killed my... You guys have been killing my 500 like challenge the last couple weeks. So again, last week I gave you guys 2 episodes because you successfully completed the 500 like challenge the week prior, and I said I was going to double down on it this week. If you guys got each of those reactions up to 500 likes, and I would give you guys 4 reactions this week. And we still have like, I don't know, 3 days left until time was up. So you guys killed it. You got both of them to 500, so you guys can expect 4 reactions to the Untamed this week. I'm not gonna double down this week because I don't have time. I will die. Well, I won't die because I love the show, but I don't know that I will have the time to commit to 8 episodes next week. So for right now, we're just gonna stick with our double down, get this episode to 500 likes, and we'll get 2 reactions next week. And if you get 2 of the episodes this week up to 500 likes, then we'll give you 4 episodes next week. Yeah, so that's the gist of the gist. So let's dive into episode 13 and see where things go. Okay, fun. What an action-packed episode. What I was getting ready to say there before the episode ended, because like I've been doing this whole back and forth thing where it's like, well, instead of the group of people who escaped, instead of them going back to their home countries and their clans and being like, hey, we people are trapped in a cave, we got to go save them. Why didn't we just go to the cave? And then I was like, okay, well maybe the cloaking shield or whatever that Xian was able to dispel to let them see where the cave was, maybe that's back up so they can't get to the cave. But then, if they're talking about, well, he might have just been talking then, but I was saying if he was talking about, you know, your clan might be able to come because they're closer, and if not, then, you know, Zhan will get, you know, the people of our clan and they can come get us, blah 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 blah. So if like that were the case, that means that they would be able to find the entrance, the people of whichever clan. So I'm like, okay, maybe the entrance isn't blocked. So then why didn't we just go and save them now instead of going back home? I'm like, okay, well maybe he's going under the assumption that someone else in the clan will also have the magic abilities to be able to, you know, use a talisman to dispel whatever, and then they'll be able to. My brain is bouncing all over the place. I'm just like, why don't we just go rescue the people? They escaped. Let's go back and rescue them. Like, Earl. But okay, it's fine. But yeah, action-packed episode. Lots of fun things happened. Wen is a cow, I think. Little bratty asshole. Like, he is enjoyable to dislike, if that makes sense. So like I dislike him because the character needs to be disliked, but I enjoy him as a character and I enjoy disliking him. His little girlfriend, I just straight up dislike. Like, out of everybody that we've seen thus far, she is the first person that I need to just like be fed to a monster or thrown off a cliff or something. Like, I just do not enjoy her. I don't enjoy her as a villain. I don't enjoy her as a villain's accomplice. I just don't like her. She gets on my damn nerves and I need her to just die already. Please die, or someone smack her in the mouth. Like when Wuxia, like, I'm not here for violence. Well, it's a show about wars and battles and magic and all that kind of stuff, so some level of violence. But I'm not saying like, hey, just go slapping people around because they get on your nerves. That's not what I'm saying. But like, when she went with that hot brand to go burn baby girl over there, and Wuxian shot her with an arrow, I'm like, good. And then she threw the hot iron, and Wuxian flung that bow at her. I was like, good. Yes, this is a good start. So, if someone would like to feed her to this, if it's not this monster, some other monster, I don't care. I just need her off my screen. She's getting on my damn nerves. She's just one of those characters you don't necessarily. I don't love to hate her. I just hate her. I need her gone, and she's disturbing my peace, and I need her gone. Please and thank you. Signed sincerely, Vanity Scarlet. But yeah, so how Wen is bratty and whatnot as he is, he's still enjoyable. He makes a good villain. He's a good villain, and I like how the people were starting to see the true colors that, you know, we could already see. How he's basically like, yes, he does have some skill. I'm not going to say that he's completely inept and, you know, just all reliant on his guards and his family name and whatnot. Like, he has some skill to be able to fight or defend himself, this, that, the other, but he definitely has this delusion of grandeur and thinks of himself much higher than he probably should. So he, you know, he thinks people can't talk to him, can't approach him, this, that, the other, and is ready to start, you know, whipping bitches left and right, and, you know, send them to the field, send them here, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, when push comes to shove, and it was one-on-one, him against Zhan, we saw how that ended up. Bitch had a sword to his throat. Bitch was about to get eaten by whatever this basilisk turtle monster thing was. And if it wasn't for Zhan, for whatever reason, at least I think Zhan threw him. Maybe he leapt. He might have jumped over, but for me, it felt like Zhan threw him, so I'm going to say Zhan threw him. So for whatever reason, Zhan threw his ass all the way to safety instead of just, like, into the monster's mouth, like I would have done. If it wasn't for that, his ass would have been probably dead or something along those lines, dead or eaten. But I like that we got to see for that moment before the monster, you know, made itself known that, hey, he's got a big mouth, he talks a big game, but when it comes down to it, who's got a sword through his throat? When it comes down to it, who can't actually put his money where his mouth is? And it was nice for everyone to be present to kind of see that. Just kind of take him down a couple pegs. Not that it did very much good, because the Wen clan escaped and, you know, locked it up, and they're like, okay, well, we're just going to tell lies. Nobody's going to know the difference. We're just going to say that it was a hunting trip gone wrong, and we'll come back and get their bodies in a couple days. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, okay, girl. But yeah, it was nice for that moment for us to just take him down a peg. And obviously, Ying, she is, I know she's trying to maintain appearances, and I want her to maintain appearances. Like, I keep, like, encouraging her, like, yes, I know you want to help out our main group, and I appreciate you, I love you for that, but baby girl, I know also your little brother is important to you, and we're trying to keep him safe, so please keep up these appearances, help how you can, but don't make it obvious. So then when they were climbing up the ropes, like, oh, hey, cut up the ropes, I'm like, and she's like, no! And even before that, when they were leaving, they're like, okay, everybody escape, and she's like, no! I'm like, baby girl, please, I know that's how you feel it, but keep it inside, and just don't let on too much, because you're already under, like, surveillance. His daddy's already, like, looking at you like, girl, he already gave you a warning. It's like, hey, you fuck up again, and I'm gonna kill you, basically. Nutshell. Cliff Notes version. So, be more discreet, baby girl. So she did come up with a nice little excuse where she's like, if we do this, then, you know, the other, it's gonna make it hard for our father and the other clans and blah 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 blah. And he's, you know, he's like, don't you use my daddy as a threat. I'm not scared of nothing. We're gonna have to wipe him out eventually, so why not now? Which I'm like, you know, that's also a fact. Eventually they're gonna wipe out all these other clans and whatnot, so that's not untrue. But still, I just need her to have a little bit more subtlety with her actions and wanting to help them. But I do appreciate that she did make that change change of heart. And she's on their side, but she can't fully be on their side because her brother's life is at risk. So then we have the rest of the people trying to escape from the monster, and we found that there was the hole at the bottom of the lake, and it was big enough for them to swim through. So like, okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. So we distract him, we sneak people out, and the monster starts running amok, and we snuck everyone out except for Zhan and Wuxia. Zhan and Wuxia. Which, okay. Feels like another situation. And I know you guys told me, like the one, whichever episode it was, when Wuxian like locked all of them in the net when they were, it's left up surrounded by zombies, and I'm sitting here screaming like, why are you locking your friends up? What, cage the zombies, not your friends. This is a terrible idea. A lot of guys were in the comments letting me know that there are certain things in the novel that obviously we couldn't put in the series because of China censorship and whatnot, so ways to get around the censorship board and just to give those two characters some more screen time together, they, you know, kind of made some things happen. So that was one situation where they're kind of like, okay, we need to get them together to be alone together, so we're just gonna lock everybody up in a net surrounded by zombies. And I'm like, feels a little heavy-handed, a little forced. Felt like we could have maybe finessed them being alone together a little bit better, but okay. This one feels a little bit more like of a natural kind of progression from the situation that they were in. Like, they were locked in this cave, everyone's trying to escape, and yes, there is a chance that we were going to be separated. Not everyone's going to escape. Is it convenient that Zhan and Wuxian were the ones left behind? Maybe a little bit, but again, it's their story. We're trying to tell their love story, so it's fine. But this, it feels more of a natural, like a natural happening than, hey, we're all together, we all escaped, so now I'm gonna go find this owl, but first I'm gonna lock all you bitches up with these zombies around. Peace out. Like, this just feels more natural, and I'm more here for it. And I like the scenes of them together. I do. So that last little bit there when they were having actual conversation, it's nice. It's nice to see Zhan actually, like, say more than 2 words at a time to Wuxian, because we know that Zhan is not exactly the most vocal of people when it comes to Wuxian. So it's nice, even though he does care, because like we saw last episode, he did kind of step in and try to protect him when, you know, Cal was out here being an asshole and trying to whip bitches and whatnot. So he does care, he just doesn't always use his words. So it's nice. It was a nice conversation, nice just interactions between the two of them. Even when Wuxian was putting his foot in his mouth, asking about his clan, although I guess he didn't know the full extent. He knew that something was up, but he didn't know the full extent of what was going on in the Cloud Recesses. He's been trying to find that out, and now he knows. But yeah, it was cute. It was cute. Like I said, in that one moment, I would be a little hurt or offended, knowing that the prospect of me taking off my clothes makes my love interest gag and cough up blood. It's kind of hard not to take something like that personal, but you know, is what it is. It was a cute moment. It was cute. But yeah, lots of great fight choreography too. That whole like battle between the troops and whatnot and our people being held captive, like just lots of great fight choreography. I think we only had 1 casualty as far as our side, the good guys side. There's only 1 guy that I'd noticed that died, other than like the guards and whatnot, so didn't do too bad. But yeah, lots of great fight choreography. Really enjoyed that. Lots of great action. And yeah, all in all, it's a fun episode, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. You guys can tune into the channel tomorrow for episode 14's reaction. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.